An Elddis Majestic 304, just going to take you around the van, show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you have your gas bottle with gas on-off tap on top. So gas on is gas open and gas closed is gas off. You then got the pipe work that comes up to the bottle itself, and the pipe work that goes into the front of the bottle is a reverse thread fitment. Carry a maximum of 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles on board the van at any point. Coming down the side of the van, you've got your wind down leg to stabilise the caravan. It is only there for stabilising, it is not there for lifting the caravan. If you lifted the caravan with these legs, it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. There's one on either side of the front, on either side of the van. And then you've got above that, you've got the heating and hot water fluid, which is simply there to allow the heating system to breathe. Water pump connection, very simple to use. You pull it out the side of the van or push it into the side of the van. You use the cap here to lock it into place, and you've got the pickup pipe that drops down inside the aqua roll. Motor mover and wheel nuts. We'll torque the wheel nuts prior to the caravan leaving site, and we'll also demonstrate the motor mover. 2 fridge vents are very simply there to allow the fridge system to breathe, let out some hot air and take in some cool air. On the back of the van, you've got your 2 wind down legs to stabilise the caravan, and again they are only there for stabilising and not lifting the van. You'll also then find your 2 grey waste pipes, so you'll open these up when you're on site, and you'll have 2 bits of grey pipe that go into these connections, and they'll drop down inside your waste master. Coming down the door side of the caravan towards the front of the van, you'll find your battery box with your mains power lead coming into the side of the van. You'll have your battery in this side, and you'll also find your motor mover power switch, which I'll show you while you're here. You've then got your gas connection on the front left hand side of the van here. It's going to gas to have gas coming out to the caravan, to your external barbecue, for instance. Going on to the inside of the van now. Just before we go on the inside, we've got the toilet system here. So you'll open up this flap here, and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid. Then in the bottom, you've got your toilet waste cassette, which you release. Sorry, that's for your flush system, should I say. You've then got your toilet waste cassette, which you pull out by pulling up the orange handle. The orange neck here will turn out 90 degrees to tip the waste away. Grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. And on the back of the cassette, you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and sputter back at you. So you need to press that button in to allow the waste out of the cassette. You need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. Going on to the inside of the caravan now. As we come into the caravan, on the left hand side, you've got your master power switch. You've got your awning lights, you've got your water pump, and you've got your awning light for the outside of the caravan. Above that, you've got your 12-volt battery supply, and it tells you how much power is in the battery on board the caravan. First thing we're going to need to do is fill the water system up. So we're going to open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. So we'll cover the sink, we'll turn the tap round, and we'll open the tap up on the hot side. As you can see, I've already filled the water system up on board this van, but we'll also do the same on the sink and the shower in the bathroom. So all the taps need to be open on the hot side. As I've already filled the system, I'm just going to show you how to do it by the kitchen tap. I'm just going to turn the water pump off for a second. Once you've got that valve, all them taps open, you'll need to come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan in this corner. Then underneath here, you will find right in the back corner a yellow valve. That yellow valve, you can just about see here, you'll need to have that yellow valve flat with the floor to be able to fill the water system up. And if you have it upright, pointing towards the bottom of the seat, all of the water in the system on board the caravan will drain back onto the floor underneath the van. So like I said, flat with the floor to fill the water system up. Once that valve is flat with the floor, and you've got all the taps open, you can come over to your water pump switch, turn the water pump on, and once you have water running out of every tap continuously, not so it's bubbling, but so it's running continuously as it is now, you can shut all of the taps back off, and that is your water system filled. At that point then, you can start thinking about warming the water on board the caravan. So to do this, we have a control panel just round on the right hand side here, around the corner. And then you have 2 switches on the left hand side here, where it says water heater, you have your gas water heating. So you need to have the gas bottle on in the front locker. Turn this switch on so it's down towards the flame symbol. If it ignites on gas, you'll have a green light here to indicate it has ignited as it should. And if it fails to ignite, you'll get a red light on the right hand side here. To turn off the water heater on gas, you'll put the switch back to the top. and that will isolate the gas supply to the water heater. If you're showering on board the caravan and you're on a mains powered site, we do advise you still use the gas when you are trying to shower on board the van, so it boosts the water a lot quicker. So you just turn the switch on with your electric supply turned on as well, so it'll run as a dual power supply and it'll just boost that system for you while you're showering. You then have on the right hand side your electric water heating. So you'd have 500 watts of power coming to the caravan from the caravan site you're on, or at the bottom you have 1000 watts. So again, if you have 1000 watts available, you'd select 1000 watts, so it works on its most efficient power supply. If you haven't got that much power available, you'd use it on the 500 watts, as you see here. It will take quite a while to warm up on electric, especially on the 500 watt mode. Does warm up slightly quicker on the 1000 watt mode, but again, it will need a bit of time just to warm that water supply up before it's usable. You then have another switch here below for your room heating on board the caravan. So if you're on a 500 watt site, you'll select the 500, 1000 or 2000 watts depending on what caravan site you're on. Here on site we can run a maximum of 1000 watts, so you're going to select the 1000 watts, and then we'll turn the room temperature up or down, sorry, by using this dial here. When it's pointing to the bottom towards the ice symbol, it's on the coldest setting. When it's on the thick line on this right hand side, the heater is on its warmest setting. So like I said, you just select the power source you want here, and that will allow you to run that heating. If you want to run blown air heating on board the caravan, you can do that by selecting the blown air supply, and again we use the temperature control it just here. If you want to operate the room heating on gas, you can spin this dial to the flame symbol at the bottom. Again, if it ignites on gas, you'll have a green light appear on the top left right hand side here, and if it fails to ignite, you'll have a red light on the bottom right hand side. To isolate, turn off the heating altogether, you'll spin it back to the central position, and that will be your heating turned off completely. So that is your heating and hot water power supplies. I'm going to leave the electric water heater on, so when you arrive on site you can see it has warmed up as it should. Next up is the fridge. The fridge is very simple to use. So you've got power on the front of the fridge here, and it will turn the fridge on. At the moment it's trying to ignite on gas. In a moment it will fail to ignite on gas, just due to the fact the gas is turned off. If it fails to ignite, it will flash the red warning light on the right hand side here, and it will also flash the blue symbol that you can just about see here. It'll also flash that light so you can see it has failed to ignite. If you want to run 240 mains to the fridge, you can hit the 240 mains mode, and you'll need to connect it to 240 mains on the site for it to operate on this power supply. And on gas or mains, you can control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side here. If you're towing down the road and you want to use the fridge as a cool box, you can connect to your car first of all at the front. Obviously we haven't got a car connected at the moment because we're on site. We'll connect the car to the caravan. You don't need to have your main control panel turned on just by the door. You can have that turned off. And then you can put your bits and pieces in the fridge, beers and wine, etc. Get it nice and cold when you arrive on site. And then that'll just keep things cool while you're travelling. So like I said, it is only a cool box and you will have no temperature control while you're travelling. If it's flashing, as it is now, it just means there's no 12 volt supply coming from the car you are towing with. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances. The hob, grill and oven, you'll need to have the gas turned on to allow it to work, apart from the 240 electric ring at the back here. The 240 electric ring will only work when you connect to mains power on the site you are going to, the same as the microwave above. Before I move on to anything else, I'm just going to show you where the trip switches are for the caravan. So just down the front here, in this front corner. You open up this flap, and in here you have your 240 trip switches for the caravan and your 12 volt fuses for the 12 volt operation on board the van. Find out what all these are for. They have got a symbol down the have got an indicator here down the bottom, but if you're not sure what fuse to put in, if you have a look at the manual that comes with the van, there will be a list in there. 240 power supply. If you're not sure if you've got 240 mains coming into the caravan, hit the test switch. If this switch drops down, it means there is 240 mains coming in. If it stays in the upright position, it means there is no 240 mains coming into the caravan from the caravan site you are on. Last thing we go through in the back of the caravan is the toilet system. So I'm going to come into the bathroom. On the toilet itself, you have an electric flush, so you can press the button in and allow the toilet to flush. You have a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see here. However, when you're removing the cassette from underneath the van, you need to make sure it's in the straight on position. And then below the toilet, you have your grey waste handle. You'll need to open up the grey waste handle to allow the waste into the cassette underneath the caravan, or in the side of the caravan, should I say. And when you're done using the toilet, you need to make sure it's closed back off so no smells come up inside the van, but also so it allows you to remove the toilet waste cassette itself. If that isn't in the central position, then again, it will not allow you to remove that cassette, the same as if the toilet is turned at all. So that is your toilet system. The bed on the bottom here, you'll fold this table leg up and you'll drop the table down into this gap to make the bed up. Then you'll use the cushions either side to make up your cushions for the bed. The fold down bunk, very simply, open up the catches on each end here and the bunk will drop down to make up the bunk, and then you've got your cushion up there for it. And the bed at the front of the caravan, again, you'll use the mattress, the cushions that are around the van. To make the bed up at the front, you'll pull out the bars from the front of the van, as you can see here, and it will allow that bed to be made. So that is the Elddis Majestic 304. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect the caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.